What has been the reaction to these plays?
Over the years, people began to see that these were plays like any other plays. It's not as though a Yiddish play is one thing, just like a French play is not one thing, or a Russian play is not one thing. Okay, the very first show, after the show, it was done in this little black box on 7th Avenue. And the date of a friend of mine came up to me afterward and he said, "How come they didn't have Yiddish accents?" And I said, "Well, when you go see a Molière play in English, do they have French accents?" And he couldn't quite understand that French and Yiddish were the same. Okay? So people got over that, but there were always people who wanted them to identify as the caricature Jew, talking like this, when he doesn't know really how to speak English. You know, that's what they wanted to hear, because that's what they thought Yiddish theater was. And I guess even the comedians who were doing, what was his name, Jackie Mason, he would kind of do that. So I said, you know, these people are speaking a language, their own language, very well. So if it's in English, they're going to be speaking it well. You know, think of it as, you know what I mean. But then I did a show some years later, and the main character, the director and I told over and over again not to do that, not to, you know, make him into an old Jew, all right? And he just insisted. There was always a part of that, and there was only so many times you can tell someone don't do that, because that's what they think, you know. And when we would audition actors, they would come in and say, "Do you want an accent?" No, we don't want an accent. We're doing this in English. Their Yiddish did not have an English accent, and so their English should not have a Yiddish accent.